Good morning. Welcome to the E3 Weekly Market Report. We're going to be looking at the exports that are just about to come out. Then we'll talk about the market this week and look into next week. Taking a look right now at exports that are coming out. We have cotton showing 60,000 bales. And we'll get into the breakdown in just a minute. The cotton market was down 18 just a minute ago. Right now in December cotton, we are still down about the same price. We haven't reacted to that number yet. Looking at the soybean number, 118,000 for old crop. We'll break down the new crop in just a minute. And that number seems to be light. The soybean market was up 6.5 just a minute or two ago, and right now the soybean market in November is up 7 3/4. The corn number that just came out for exports, 496,800 for corn. The corn market was up 1/2 cent recently before the number, and right now the corn market is still up 1/2 cent. Okay, let's look at wheat. The wheat export figure was 434,300. The wheat market, just as this number came out, was up 1 3/4. Now the wheat, and we're looking at September, up 2 1/4. So we've had some positive reaction. Cotton actually sold off a little bit. Soybeans are still at the same price. Corn market still up 1/2 cent. Wheat market is up 2. Let's see if we can pull the breakdown and look at what the details of this are. Cotton, the 60,500 for old crop, that's up 15% from the previous week, but down 24% from the 4-week average. That's still a very good number for the amount of cotton that we've got on hand right now. Vietnam took 27,100. Indonesia took 7,700. Turkey took 5,800. Small cancellations. New crop sales 52,700. So those were good numbers. Market's just not reacting at the moment. Let's go and look at soybeans. Soybeans 118,800 for old crop. That's down 11% from the previous week and down 37% from the 4-week average. Mexico took 76,600. Japan took 27,300, and Pakistan took 17,000 metric tons. The new crop sales were 202,500. Corn. The corn number, 496,800. That's down 21% from the previous week and down 11% from the 4-week average. Japan took 352,700. South Korea took 115,800. And Colombia took 74,300. New crop is 297,500. Let's look at the wheat, 434,300. Taiwan took 99,500. Mexico took 89,400. Japan took 87,100. As we said, we're really not getting much reaction from these numbers. Cotton's down a little bit. Looks like soybeans are starting to soften a little bit from the number. So that's what we've got for exports. Let's just talk a little bit about what's happened this week. Crop progress came out on Monday afternoon. It showed 94%